Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 5 from wacky Winton. Wet Winton? It's not wet, it's very dry. From Winton, home of BMW drivers with Coke and Benson and Hedges that love to fight each other on the side of the track after they come together. Also referred to by Alan Jones as Monaco round the Hills Hoist in your backyard. Very tight, twisty circuit that is Winton Motor Raceway. I'm Bruce McLeod, and tonight joining me for what is the final round of the Vets Over 50s Championship is Mr. Edward Cullen. Good evening, Ed.
Good evening, all. Very sad this is our last one, mate. I've been enjoying these calls with yourself on a Monday night.
Well, it doesn't matter. We have other ways of going live on the internet, Ed. So
it's going to be a fun call, and I reckon it's going to be a fun race to watch.
Yes, I hope so. And I think your sound is coming through loud and clear from what I can see, because the cars aren't, because the track cameras suck. Let me just double check, Ed. So, Ed, what are you looking forward to tonight?
To see who's got the patience, because you're going to need a lot of patience around this track. with 58 laps.
So,
One pit stop.
key choice of words you're making there, Ed. Patience, not pace.
No, because it will wear the tyres if you go in with an aggressive attitude here.
Interesting. So we're in the last 10 minutes of practice. Bit of a shake-up on the timing screen. Well, not really a shake-up, but Steve Kennedy ahead of Matt Vanderkrant, down to the 21.7s.
That's flying.
Where would my PB with the wrong setup put me? P35, I think. No, actually P20 around the right line.
No, about 2020.
So we won't mention the fact that I did a lap and I didn't even realise till 5 seconds ago that I was using last week's setup. Oh, well. It is what it is. I have to get into this more practice in the real one. The server's been a little bit glitchy in some of the sessions I've been in here at Winton, Ed, so I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully that won't be an issue tonight. But we've got something that we need to talk about other than qualifying, and that is the championship. So this is the final of the over 50s. Now there's 181 points plus, not counting bonus points or penalties, on offer tonight, and with Mr. Matt Vanderkrant leading Mr. Stephen Kennedy by, what is that, do the maths in my head, about 35 points, give or take. There's nothing in it, really.
No, and you look at the points between Roy and Steve, being 3 second spots, up for grabs as well.
Yeah, so this continues as we go all the way down.
Just a little mention to the fourth guy in the, if you can go back one screen.
Yep, there we go.
It's the Wade Reynolds, split 3 driver.
Oh, hang on a minute. I just realised I'm on the wrong screen. Some people can't see what I'm talking about. So I'll bring that up. There we go.
Yeah, Mr. Wayne Reynolds. Both Roy and Wade are split 3 drivers. That's fantastic effort by both of those. And may I tell you that Wade, being the cleanest driver in V8 vets, has got very little X's to his name, even in the over 50s.
Yeah, so
great performance there.
So I can't bring that up. So we've got some time while quality winds down. So let's just run through the rest of it. So
special mention to our Adrian, Mr. Zeal.
Yeah, he's right up there. So the boys from the lower split's definitely punching. There's no question about that. Here we've got Reg James.
Yes.
Ahead of split 2 teammate from WKNP, ahead of Christopher Blanchard in P12, and ahead of Richard Barella as well. So they're all definitely mixed up.
Yeah. You got Matt Horton, Jason Dunn there in the top 15. Fantastic efforts.
So the big call out I'm going to say is split 4 driver, Jeff Sanford, currently in P16.
So Jeff's leading the split 4 boys. We'll mention Ray Smith sitting in 20th. Unfortunately, Ray's had to miss the first race of the over 50s, but I quickly worked out if average of his previous 4 races, if he got that average, he'd be sitting in second spot in the championship at the moment. That's how well Ray's been running the other 4.
And Ray currently looking like the man to beat for the split 3 championship this season.
Oh, yeah. Is he in tonight? I haven't seen a lap from Ray yet.
Have a quick look. No, he is not, unfortunately. So he won't be going up the list. As we continue down, 21 Granshaw, Shadow Racing's Mark Dial in Teams 23. Hopefully he'll have enough fuel in the tank tonight. I think he fired the team spotter. Just ahead of John Van Ree, so there's going to be a bit of a battle. So John's
JVR, that's a great. He's the number 2 split 4 driver in the thing, and 24 is very respectable.
He's been chopping away. Lord McKee and Matty Parker. I've missed a couple of rounds, obviously, down in those positions. You want to talk
about Craig, Mr. Healy?
We can talk about Craig Healy if you like.
I love Craig. He's raced all 4 races. Unfortunately, sitting down at 26, but he's got a win against his name in this series, so I don't think he really cares where he finishes, because he's got that Gold Cup sitting on his trophy cabinet for a win with the over 50s.
So while we're sitting here talking, Steve Kennedy's just gone faster with the 21.6 as we.
And isn't that interesting? He's in second spot up against Matt Vanderkram.
So I know who we're going to be sitting on board with as I work out how to qualify this thing for Thursday. Continuing down, Peter Morris and Peter Kelleher in P31 and 32. Some of the split 3 boys, Mr. Galley, Mr. Johnston, and Mr. Farrington and Mr. Munro all sitting there.
Yeah.
A few now mixing up. We're really getting into the people that have missed rounds as we get into 37,
and that's what's happened. Yeah.
And here's something that you didn't think you would see, Ed. At the bottom of the point score, Mr. Scotty Gamble.
That's our adjudicator.
Is our race controller. So there you go. So that's the standings. That's where we are.
A big shout out to all the guys behind the scenes there. Thank you from all the drivers for giving up your time on your Monday night for us to have a bit of fun.
Yep. So as practice comes to a close, we've still got a few boys out on track. I'm just trying to find out who they are. So you got Mr. Scotty Weston. It's funny, I've got this iRacing because it has a few things to do. You set it to most exciting, and it goes to pit lane.
Yeah, I know. And Mr. Will.
Go figure. But I think what's really important, it's taken me all series to do this, but I've finally fixed the livery of this gentleman, Mr. Simon Farrington.
Hey, yay! Simon's got his skin.
So I finally sorted. I don't know what the hell was going on, but for some reason it wasn't downloading. He needed this on the main series, so good to see Faz in his SCR livery.
Sitting in 28th spot now with a 23,300, which is respectable.
So there we go. So I think. Oh, look at this. There's a whole button I could have been pushing all series, Ed, called SaveChampionship.csv, which actually saves the results of a race into the CSV as opposed to having to spend an hour pulling this together by hand.
Oh, I like this one too. Is it Simon?
So,
yeah, another very technical track for us this week. You got to keep those lines smooth. You've got to carry the speed, which is obviously a very difficult part because it's not a stop-start sort of corners. They're like a lot of them are just getting the car to just keep that momentum going.
We've got 2 minutes, Ed. Do you want to talk us around, or do you want to wait till quali?
Well, yeah, we can go around the tree. Around the section's very difficult. This is where that glitchiness you're talking about, Bruce. Even here, you can see you get quite a bit of... So the key is not to focus on the trees, but just keep your eyes on the black track.
Eyes on the prize, so to speak.
One. Some guys do it in second, some do it in third. Very crucial to get a good drive out of here, obviously. There's not many straights on this track, so make hay. So another important corner. So, okay, so Faz is, gone nice wide, but just keeping that momentum and then bang, the longest straight on the track, which, geez, if you do get up to 6, it's not for very long. And then this is a very tricky section. Once again, momentum.
Super smooth on the wheel there, Faz.
Yeah, it's looking good. Got a nice line. I believe Faz recently got a new computer, so that's obviously making his job a lot easier with the frame rates and all. And he had a fantastic result a couple of Thursdays ago, didn't he? At Donington. Finished in the top 5, I think, Bruce, or thereabouts.
Yeah, Faz is having a really good season. He's from someone who's one of our old teammates who we used to always be splitting lap times with. He's been getting faster and faster, so... a
bit unlucky being turned around in some races, and but definitely on the big improvement. And watch this space with Faz. With now he's got a new PC, got a new monitor coming, so it's makes your job a lot easier when you get that constant frame rate happening.
Yep.
Mr. Friend, once again.
I
like that one too, Bruce. Very respectable 23,025.
Yep.
You got to remember, a lot of these guys wouldn't have had a lot of time on the track as we finished up on Thursday. Got a guys step away for a couple of days to refresh.
Yep.
So a lot of these guys wouldn't have done a lot of laps here in the Gen 3.
Mr. Rob Baxter.
Is that the better Baxter or
Oh, it depends on
who you talk to?
who's bribing, who's whether you need favours from race control or not. 10 seconds left to run.
Those fastest laps and last laps the same.
Well, if he's done his fastest lap on his last lap, that would make sense.
Well, that means he's nearly the same as Darren Friend.
So Stephen Kennedy.
Oh yeah, 23.024 and 23.087.
Yeah, so there's some different numbers for you. So as practice comes to an end, we move into quali. I thought we would jump on board. Fastest in that previous session, Mr. Stephen Kennedy. We've had Mr. Farrington take us round for a lap. So we can just go from here. Now we just have a quick squiz and see what's going on. Here we go. Now, here's the real big question. What's the warm-up strat? This is one of the big secrets we don't normally get to see on Thursday night, Ed, is how do these fast boys go around warming up their cars?
What's your strategy, Bruce?
Don't fuck up.
On your warm-up?
It varies, to be honest. So I think on a short track like this, I'd be looking to just make sure my brakes get warm, trying not to put much heat into the tyre, if that makes sense. So I see Stephen here's doing a very measured...
I think you agree in split 3. I mean, I think we got 5 of us in Shadow Racing there, and always do quite well in quali compared to me other 4. And I just go out and drive the track at normal speed.
Yep.
I try not to scrub the tyres too much on some of the tighter corners. That's the only thing I'll be mindful of. But generally, I just go out and attack it like a normal lap.
We've got Mr.
So that's getting heat with us.
We've got Mr. Sean Slater in chat. Hey, Sean, thanks for joining us. I think for me, it's about just making sure I don't ramp up the carcass temperature. Why am I blinking a bit? Is that me, or is that something else?
It's clear as day on my system, mate.
Yeah, I'm just getting the odd little blink. If it is
all right, here goes Steve.
Just got that one then. I'm just going to drop my...
Here he goes. He took a bit of curb. Another bit of curb. Ooh, jeez, took all available space.
Keep it inside.
Yeah, he's certainly not on the ragged edge, put it that way. Maybe he's putting down a banker, first one.
If that's not on the ragged edge, Ed, I don't know what is.
That was well saved. Yeah, he's pulling out.
Reset, go back to another one.
There he goes, off he goes.
There he goes off again. So meanwhile...
So Bruce, does this mean he's still got 2 laps to have a crack?
So it means he's burnt one. So he's used the outlap as one. So he's 1 lap down. So he'll now have an outlap and 2 laps with the 3 qualifying laps.
Yeah. I've never actually tried that myself.
Stewie Hall and Dave Flavelle have gone fast, and now...
Okay, a couple of flat 22s to start the... Even Matt Vanderkraan. So, okay, so the guys aren't just... I mean, don't get me wrong, flat 22 is quick.
Yeah, they're not mucking around.
No.
So I'm just trying to see...
And guys, at this track, so difficult to overtake. Track position is everything. So these guys will be really gunning for a good qualifying position.
Yep.
It'll make your night a hell of a lot easier if the further up you get.
All right, so let me bring up the... Now we're getting some times on the board. Let's have a look and see where we're at. So Michael Stewart currently fastest from Dean Favell.
Oh, go Stewie. Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, Michael Stewart.
Yeah, Michael Stewart, yeah. Same thing.
Not by much, is it? There's...
Oh, Adrian Zeals just popped in at 8th, so that's a good lap from Zippy.
Oh, go Zip.
Matty Vanderkrant only on P4.
Actually, that was a good lap by Zip. 22.3.
Yeah, it is. Just as a reminder, I can bring up the splits so you can see where they're from.
Still watching it. We've still got Steve on the stream here. I just thought he maybe is a little bit tentative on that first attempt.
Yep. Well, he obviously knows how to get around here quickly, so let's have a look and see.
Oh, yes. Super quick.
So message from chat. Dave Baldock is surprised that this is broadcast is even on because John Van Ree said he had it in the bag. Yeah, I don't know if that's Stephen is blinking or that's me that's blinking.
I can pull him up on my stream too if you like. Where are you, Steve-O?
We'll soon find out, I guess.
Just see, I've got him now on my stream. I had someone else before. I'll tell you if he's blinking. It's all tidy around. Gets his banker in.
As he crosses the line, where does he go? Oh, only P10. So all the pressure on.
Yeah. But I think he needed to put that one just under his belt. Now he's giving it a crack. All right. What do we got? Michael Stewart at Dean Pavel. Matt Vanderkrant down in 5th. Okay.
So if that's a banker, I'll take that. So this is where I'm currently struggling with Ed. This section through here. No, he's dropped out again.
No, he's solid on mine. And maybe you. Can't be too. Oh no, Matty's gone number 1. Woo!
Yeah, Matty said I'm on 21.9, so.
What's that? 2000s?
Half a cigarette packet.
Oh, Stewie. Michael Stewart's got a number 1.
So punch and counter punch. These boys are.
Oh, the gaps are
bumping into each other.
We're talking 2000, 6000. Right.
Alright, so just keep an eye on that, Ed. So if that continues, I might just drop out the Discord stream. Actually, what I can do, now I think about it.
It's fine. Yeah, it's been rock solid. A couple of glitches, that's it. Steve, okay, here we go. How was that, Steve? Oops, put him into 4th spot. There you go.
Just give me 1 second. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to drop the performance right down. So, it'll look like crap for you, Ed, but you'll still be able to see it.
I've got my live feed anyway.
All right, so 2 minutes left to go. Is there anyone else out on track? Let's have a squiz
we got
and see what we can see.
Who's 43? Jeff Thomas is out there. So what's Jeff doing? So he got another lap to go?
Let's have a look. Let's just go to static.
No, he's gone into the pits. It was a slow down.
So I think that's just about everyone has done what they're going to do.
Yeah, definitely.
So we are left now.
Wow, so Michael Stewart, look at that. 21.865. Matty Vandertramp. I mean, these two guys have been leading the pack, for the last 3 or 4 races now, so.
Yep.
Dean Vervelle right up there.
So I think,
Steve Kennedy.
So I think as we move into, I think we can call it pretty much. There's a few
I'd say so.
drivers that are left. Law McKee, Stuart Hall. I can't see anyone. Anyone that I can see on the timing screen, I can't actually see on track.
Yeah.
So
Lauren Mackey sitting in 5th. That's pretty cool.
So let's call this
Mark Horton
and have a look at our grid. The last time for the over-50s. So Michael Stewart pulling one out and getting on pole with a 21.8, which is a cracker. Just 0.63 seconds behind is current series leader Matty Vanderkrant. So awesome effort from both those guys. Moving on to row number 2, we've got Dean Flavelle sitting alongside Steve Kennedy. So couldn't back up that fastest lap in practice with a pole. It was definitely right at the front end. Yeah, it's nothing
Bruce?
in it. It's like a 10th.
It's 100s. Yeah, 100s.
Yeah. Lombakey and Stewie Hall still within 2/10 of that pole lap, so it's all to play for. Christian Smart and Mark Horton, so great qualifying lap from Mark.
Go split 3.
Go split 1. Promotion. Darren Crosby alongside Jeff Thomas on row 5 for P9 and 10. Wayne Reynolds and Zippy Zeal on row 6.
That's be a good battle.
Row 7, good time for Andrew Hoffman alongside
Hockey up there.
Chris Blanchard. So he did manage to be the fastest of the WKMP boys. Rick Vigar alongside another cracking performance from Roy Clark.
Yeah, good on you, Clarky, after his win last week.
Sitting on row 8. Win in the main series, not this series. In row 9, we've got Andrew Listener alongside Scotty Weston. A lot of people picking the same helmets.
Another split 3 drive.
And that's something we can expect in a future refresh of iRacing, is the new helmets.
Yeah, happy with that.
And for some reason I hit the wrong button, so we'll just quickly finish this out because I want to take the time to do that. I have one job and I can't even do it. It's what I get for looking away.
Let's call it on the line.
Where do we get up to? Rick Vigar, Roy Clark, Andrew Listener, Scott Weston. That's where we got up to. See behind there, we've got Brenton O'Brien and Jarrett O'Callaghan.
Well, watch out. There'll be a burn from the stern from some of these boys.
Yep, Craig Healy alongside Darren Friends.
All what you need.
Rob Baxter sitting alongside David Galley. Will Munro coming with a great result. Finished P6 last week in
well done,
the main
Will.
game,
Yeah,
alongside Bruce Galloway. Richard Barella sitting alongside Jeff Sanford. So there you go. So split 4, 1.5 seconds off the pace of split 1. So let's just call that 1.5 seconds across the field, which is the 4 splits, which is nothing. Mark Dial just behind that with on the row 15 alongside Peter Morris from Fishy Motorsports. Darren Freer sitting alongside Faz on row 16. AJR alongside Mr. Scotty Gamble, who is our race controller. Derek Lovegrove and Scotty McKenzie, both from Misfits, not setting a time. Our race controller not setting a time, obviously. John Van Ree also not setting a time. Joseph Granshaw sitting alongside our fire-breathing safety car. And that is our grid, Ed, as we hear some practice starts happening.
Michael Stewart said that was his first pole.
Oh, there you go. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Michael,
Yeah.
his first pole.
So I don't know if that was in split 1 or the over 50s or in general, but he was very excited.
All right. 2 minutes left in the warm-up. So it's time to go and get some biscuits. Get yourself another beer, or as one of our teammates does, go and have another scotch.
Guys, have a good race.
Some of us have other items that I don't want to see in the public.
What? Chicken McNuggets? You don't like talking about your chicken McNuggets in public? Ed? So this is interesting, right, Ed? Because these guys are all driving a whole lap before they put heat in their tyres before they come and do a practice start. Now, who is that parked on the back of the grid there? That's just a bit weird.
I'll have a look for you. Boom, 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 boom. I haven't got anyone loitering.
Weird.
It's not bad. Christian Smart just pulls out a 22.35 in warm-up.
Weird. That's our scenic camera, which is pretty crap here at Winton, I must say.
Yeah, I don't know why you want that one. That's a good camera, that one. It's that turn, the S's.
Pit lane.
So watch the first turn, peeps, because... Oh, someone's going bush. Who's that? Oh, Dean Vavel's just parked it. Yeah, because funneling 40... How many cars we got tonight?
It's a good question. We have a grid of more than 1 and less than 10. No.
About 33 drivers out there tonight.
Yep.
So when they all trying to funnel through...
So it's getting a bit overzealous, a bit too early.
Yeah, when 33 guys are all trying to go through, there's only really one line through there, but I think we'll see some... They have to play nice if they're going to swing the gate with 2 or 3 drivers.
Yep, so pit entry is going to be a bit interesting. With 4 minutes left to go, what I am going to quickly do is I'm just going to click this button and turn this back on and see if the Twitch stream will behave.
Right, 2, 1, 0. Okay, we are now in the warm-up stage. Well,
now in the grid.
So, Bruce, I do notice some guys jump on first, straight off the bat, while other guys will wait right to the last 5 seconds before they jump.
Yeah, it's an interesting theory because you hear the engine running, so theoretically you're burning fuel. But one thing I've noticed is that iRacing actually locks the state of the cars, so you actually don't burn fuel. And here's our pole setter, Mr. Michael Stewart. As our race control goes through the regs. As our cameraman's running quickly down pit lane to get this shot for us.
Please remember to want to report an incident call out for race control and your car number, the lap number. We'll acknowledge that you've done that. And keep your comms to a minimum. Please, if you receive a penalty, will be available after the race. Come and have a chat. We always love to have a chat with you guys. And respect the blue flies, exercise caution, especially lap 1, turn 1. And as always, good luck. Have a great race. And it's been a pleasure to be here on behalf of Race Control, all of us. So we enjoy it. Thank you.
So we go. It's always a great shot, that pole shot, running around.
Yeah, it looks really nice, Bruce.
Good luck, boys.
And here we go.
Okay. We've still got a minute 40. Oh no, that's their collapse time. Okay.
Yeah. 58 laps to go.
Who's going to have the patience? Hey, Bruce.
None of them.
Also, you know, who's going to attack each other? I mean, with these wide corners, there's going to leave some empty space up the inside, so we might see some, you know, aggressive overtaking.
Yeah, we might.
Because if you cover the inside, you're going to leave the backside open. So it's going to be very interesting to watch.
It will.
30 seconds, guys.
All right, so we're going to go for... where are my static cameras? This one. And we're going to focus... We don't want to focus, Ed. Who's our lucky victim for this evening?
I reckon we'll go second row. That way we can keep an eye on the top 4.
All right, so that's going to be...
Steve or Darren Favell. Steve Kennedy or Darren Favell.
Here we go. Final round.
Full field.
V8 vets. Over 50s. Let's go. And we're away. Oh, we've had a stall on the grid. Are they getting away clean down the back? It looks like they are as we go to the S's for the first time.
Oh, bayed themselves through turn 1.
Yep.
Top boys.
Coming down to turn
Still single
2.
file.
Yeah, it all looks fairly clear.
It's clean. Yeah, let's skip up to the back, see how the guys are going.
Yeah, let's go down.
Oh, no, I was going to say, if you want to concentrate on the front, I can go to the back.
Yeah, I just want to have a look up and down the pack and see what's going on all over the place.
Mr. AJ Andy Johnson himself. Well, there's a few stragglers, but...
So Matty Vanderkrans managed to get through and take that lead with Michael Stewart in behind.
Oh, we've had someone call one in.
Yeah, there's definitely been a few incidents. We'll go back and have a look at review of lap
Sounds
1 once things get through. We're going to be there for a little while by the looks.
Sounds like Mark Dial.
And Mark Dial is one of them, yes, absolutely. So, alright, as we come around, I'm just going to watch this battle for the lead, Ed.
Yeah, no, go on. Mark's off and run.
Alright, let's go back and have a look at some of the funner games for lap 1. Alright, so let's start with Craig Healy.
Oh! Boy Wonder.
So that's Craig. Oh, there we go. A bit of a touch, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, there was a slow starter on the grid, wasn't there?
Yeah.
A yellow car about mid-pack.
So I think most of this is our...
Since they done well to avoid him.
Fighting
for... Oh! There's a little push there, mid-pack.
Right, let's go back and have a look at... still that push. Yeah.
And, yeah.
This is...
Oh, there's two at the back.
Right, so here we go.
Oh, 3 and 1 sprinting off the side there.
So let's go back and have a look at that, if I can find it.
Yeah, if we change it to camera angle, it'd be nice.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Oh, there's Mark sideways. Yeah.
So here we go, coming into turn 1. Now that we've found
so Mark's gone up the inside.
And that's okay.
Oh, we got a spinner.
Oh, so Mark's got T-boned from the side. He got ejected into him.
Jeez, he's had no luck in this series.
No, and unfortunately.
But he did great car control by getting it back on.
Get back in.
Is there any damage on the side there?
No, just look to me. So anyway, so let's go back up the front. And let's see what's going on with
our leaders. I don't know, Mark. I'm just on Mark. I don't know if he took... But he's last now, so let's just have a look, see what's going on here.
All right. As we start to settle in, lap 3 of 58. Matty Vanderkrans leading from Michael Stewart.
Unfortunately, Mark's... Oh, geez. Mark's got a real big tank slapper coming out of the S's and put it facing it the wrong way. So I don't know if he did get some damage on that rear wheel.
Yeah, it's a bit of bad luck. So Steve Kennedy and Law McKee. So boys are all cracking into it.
Quite happy just to do the Congo line at this stage.
Yeah. Oh, I can hear something.
We've got Roy and Mark. Roy going backwards in a hurry. Settling out now. Him and Roy's still falling.
So we've got another one. Let's have a look. So this is Derek Lovegrove.
Race control, OT1.
Oh,
putting a wheel off. And the other person who I'm...
Jim's mowing. Ward goes to Derek so far.
The other person I'm just hearing talking to race control is this gentleman, Mr. Roy Clark.
Oh, the back end's come out of his... Yeah. Jeez. you see the back end of whoever's car that
I
was?
think that might have been Mark Houghton. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, and it's just taken Roy out, just giving him a little tap.
Yep. So let's go back live. So out in front, oh, Michael Stewart having a big send under brakes.
They're putting the pressure on.
This is another.
Lap 5.
This is another one of those tracks that's incredibly hard to pass on.
Turn one will be a close race penalty.
This is the illustrious tones of our race controller. Yeah, let's get I'm going to get down the bottom and have a look. So this is a bit of action going on here with... Oh,
someone going, blue car going sideways.
It's all happening back there. Let's just go back and have a quick look at what happened here.
Oh, it's spun off the curb.
Yeah, I think he's put a wheel off and just unfortunately decided wheel was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I tell you, he's taken a bit of a knock on the front too, by the looks of Will.
Yep.
The front end's looking a bit worse for wear, isn't it?
Through no fault of his own.
That would have been a heart in the throat moment and seeing a car spin sideways in front of you.
So, meanwhile, this is John Van Ree, all over the back of Joseph Granshaw. Split 4 versus split 3.
Oh, nice. Ooh.
Derek Lovegrove getting a move done on John. And let's make sure we're live. Going back on board that battle. John continues to go around. Andrew Johnson and Will Munro battling it out. Just ahead as we continue to come up the field. We've got Simon Farrington all at the back of Peter Morris, and we just jumping back up the front. We have Michael Stewart all over the back of Matty Vanderkrant. So nothing in it.
What's their lap time? Last lap 23. Oh, they're in the 23s. Yeah. I was just wondering what they're. So mid 23s. So us, we don't feel too bad. Us being mortals.
So that tells me that we'll be doing 24s.
Oh, 25. 25s. Oh, someone around. Sitting on the infield.
Yeah, that was Peter Morris.
Yeah, that was. Did he get a helping hand? Oh, maybe. I don't know. That's a tough one. That one looked like he'd leave that one to the adjudicators. I don't know if he was a bit sideways coming out of there.
I'll leave it up to race control.
We need 6 different views on that one.
Going back up front. The battle continues. Coming down. This is a battle between Andrew Listener, Brenton O'Brien, Scotty Weston, and Wayne Reynolds.
Oh, there you go, Matt. Last lap 22.99. So he's, I think he's got a bit of a hurry up. He's got a half a second break to Michael Stewart now. So
Well, the danger here is if we just go back on board and have a look at that, battle. And what you'll see is that it's not super prevalent in supercars, but on other series of iRacing and on other tracks, there's a real danger that the car behind just sits there and fuel saves in your draft. Now, these cars don't have that much draft, but yeah, it's just interesting. But
yeah,
back here, Stewie Hall.
So he's nearly 2.8 seconds off the leaders now, so it's creeping up the 3 second mark. So they're pulling a bit of a gap. Matt and Mike. I mean, even Mike's got a like nearly 600 from split from the bloke in position 3, so they're pulling away quickly.
Yeah, so Lord McKee just a couple of tenths faster than on that field, so slowly, cracking in the back. But not there's that much that they can actually do about it. Let's go back down and look at this is down P25, 26, 27. So this is Dave Galley, Jeff Sanford. We're currently looking at Scott McKee.
These guys have been, this group of guys have been going hammer and tong all season.
Yep.
Very tight bunch around that mid-20 mark.
And I think of this sort of track head from a lap time point of view, what we'll probably see is a bit of a string, right? You're probably almost like on a rubber band. They'll get closer, got nowhere to go, then they'll back off again and get closer and back off again. So we'll definitely see some of that going on.
We're going with Matt and Mike, but I think Matt's pulled out nearly a second lead over Michael Stewart. So, you've got things like tyre wear to consider as well. So, the more aggressive you get, these things are going to push. You're asking the fronts to do a lot around this track.
Yep, just jumping up in the blimp so we can try and see this gap that he's opened up.
Yeah, what's it? This one... It's down 1.2 now. Yeah, look, it's starting to...
Incident on lap 4, turn 3, involving car 021 and car 572. Redress, position please, car 572 to 021. I'll say again, redress position, car 572 to 021.
Yeah, so what you're seeing there is definitely that gap starting to open, but I'm going to drop down into the middle of this Ed and watch some of this battle that's going on.
Yeah,
that's just crazy. There's definitely a bit of a train starting to form, and it looks like Michael Stewart is the cork in the bottle. So he did a 23.4 last lap, but this is really splitting hairs, mind you. So he's 23.499, so he's 23.5 compared to a 23.7, a 23.31, a 23.2, a 23.2. So, yeah, Michael's a little bit slower than those guys behind him at the moment, so they're definitely sort of backing up. I can hear a lot of dirt going on.
We just done the race control?
No, it's 572.
So there's more chatter going on the race control. So this is
Have
the
we got
battle. So I'm just going back here. This is Scotty Weston, Andrew Lister trying to defend. Scotty Weston's up the inside. Can he get it? I think they're going to go side by side.
Here we go, boys. It's good racing up at this point. Oh, well. Oh, Andrew.
So Andrew's going to have the inside coming through here, so that pass does not come off.
Awesome racing, but great respect.
That's how it's done.
Oh, that was a late lunch.
Yeah, that's Bruce Galloway in behind. Thinking about it.
Yes, that was that opening the corner up I was saying earlier on. If you just take the normal, racing line, you tend to open up those corners, and Someone can very easily pop the car in there. They're trying to get up to as close as possible to each other, so if there's half a chance,
Yep.
they've got a chance to get through.
So we're lap 12, so there's a long way to go. One stop.
Estimated about lap 21, lap 22, they should be reaching for a pit stop.
So as if this is 58 laps, Ed, how many are we doing on Thursday? Same number? Or 68?
60 something, 68 maybe, yeah. I know ours is a 200-kilometre race, so...
It's going to be a long one.
But even these guys, if you come in on lap 21, lap 22, you're still looking, if you just want to make it a one-stepper, you're taking on about roughly 83 litres, and you're going to have to do the remaining laps, which is, 30-something laps on a set of tyres and a tank. So you're going to be fairly fueled up with 83 litres in the tank. So this is going to make a very interesting last 10, 15 laps if they go by that. But no one wants to take a second pit stop and, commit suicide for your track position, especially under green.
So look at this train. This is just becoming quite ridiculous.
This is Gen 4 or Gen 3. And this is where it's so crucial you don't make a silly mistake, because you can lose 10 spots in a blink of an eyelid. And then it's so hard to get it back.
So when does that pit lane open, Ed? Is it?
I reckon anywhere from 20 onwards, Bruce, I'm looking.
Right, so I reckon we're going to see a couple of people drive. As soon as that window opens, I think we're going to see some guys diving in for sure.
But do you know if we've got a 70% restriction on our fuel?
No, I think it's 100% in this race, but I think it's a 70% on Thursday. So this is back up front. So this is our leaders. So there's Matt Vanderkraan with that, still with that gap over
That's
Michael
a little
Stewart.
gap.
But it might be enough,
But it's funny with these Gen 3 cars, when you do watch them, that seems to be that car length width between everyone. Sometimes it closes up under brakes, but then means the next guy's technique of maybe accelerating a little bit earlier out of the apex or pushes it.
So who are our winner and losers? Scott McKenzie is currently the big winner. 9 laps, 9 positions up. Bruce Galloway up 6.
Here we are. Bruce, okay, Chris. Diamond. Jeff Sanford will have his praises. Roy's up 2 after having a little off.
They're still moving forward. So, but here's the interesting one, Ed. This is our championship. So, if we finish as we are right now, Matty Vanderkraan
awesome.
Currently leading. Steve Kennedy and Roy Clark still those 1, 2, 3 in the championship.
Right.
A little bit of movement from Dean Flavel, etc.
Where is Wade? Okay, Wade is... I've lost him. Should be here somewhere. Wade, where are you, Wade? Oh, he's sitting in 19th spot.
So I'm just going to expand this out and have a look and see who our really big movers are. So Lorne McKee up 8 is probably our biggest mover.
Michael Stewart up 5.
Yep.
So some of these guys have missed races, so they are running catch up.
But yeah,
look at Laura Mackey up 8 spot. Craig Hilly up 4.
Yep.
That's an awesome piece of software, mate.
Well, it took me a couple of hours to get that data in there. But
well done.
There you go.
All right, last laps. They're still rotating those top 10 in the 23 twos, so they're very consistent. A few of the guys are in the 23 ones.
Yeah.
Now, Jeff Thomas is still in 9th. He's doing low 23s.
Well, something's happened down here.
Whoop.
We've had a bit of a a move.
Who are we on board with?
This is Darren Friend. He's had a bit of a moment.
Is that Roy in front of him?
Oh no, that's Mark Houghton taking his pit stop.
Interesting.
So Mark Houghton's first to dive in the lane, which reminds me I need to turn on the...
So what's Mark going to maybe do a two-stopper?
Maybe has some damage. But what I wanted to look at was this incident with Joseph Granshaw. Just putting it down.
Yep. Just
Having a little self-spin. And
just
the other
get
one
back on
was
with it.
Darren Friends. Getting a wheel off
Oh,
and going around as well.
I tell you what, this track.
So we're all caught up. So
Interesting. With Mark Horton.
Yeah, so Mark's come out. That was just getting on board with Mark now. And Joseph Crenshaw actually. Where is Mark Houghton?
Yeah, I was just looking for him.
Where did he
Strong as
come
Wade
out?
Reynolds. What? Wade Reynolds is dropping. Can you go to Wade? Wade?
I
Bruce?
can. So Wade's in the pit.
Okay. Wonder if that was scheduled.
Not sure. So,
Where's Mark? Oh, there's Mark in 36th spot. So these early guys, like Wade, it's dropped him right down to 33. He was in 20th. And Mark Horton's in 36. So,
yeah, so it's gone right to the back.
Wade's gone right to the back now.
So this does look like a normal fuel stop. So we've only been here for 36 seconds. Here he goes off the jack, so he's coming out. So it is just a normal fuel and tyres.
But we were talking about that closeness. It's basically sent him last on the racetrack.
Yeah, no, it has. So we'll see how that winds out. So it just sort of shows you with a 40-second pit time. Let me have a look. So what was the pit time? So transit time was. Let me scroll across and have a look. Can't see it. Can I see it? It helps if I look at someone who's actually done it. So our transit time is around 55 seconds, and they're spending about 30 seconds in the box. So what that means, we've got a 1 minute 20 lap here. So when you do that stop, if you do it right now, you will be going a lap down.
Right.
So those boys that have stopped, actually, Mark Houghton hasn't gone down a lap, but he's right on the cusp. So he's 1 minute 12 away from the leader. And then you've got Wade Reynolds, who has got a lap down. So Derek Lovegrove in the pits now. So we're definitely getting into that cycle. Mark Houghton with fresh tyres has just gone PB out of everyone. So hammer time down the back. He's trying to make hay while he can. Must have some clear track. And
we're on lap 17. Still early.
It is.
Interesting.
So this is Mark.
If they're banking on maybe a safety car.
Possibly. So
Mark's a quick driver. I mean, he does extremely well in split 3. So.
Yep. So Mark's got a bit of clear track in front of him, but he's about to run out of it. So Joseph Granshaw still yet to pit.
What's that? A 22.65 for Mark? What was Wade?
It's a Jeff party in the pits right now with Jeff Thomas, Jeff Sanford in the lane.
And Wade's was a 23.64, so he's nearly a second slower, and they both come in at the same time.
Yeah, so
Peter Morris has just done a... Oh, no, he's putting the tall one. So they're coming in thick and fast now, are they, Bruce?
Yep, so Mark Dial's come in as well. So let's have a look and see. So these boys out the front are continuing to go around. I think what'll be interesting is to see when one of these boys in the top of the pack blinks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 people have pitted so far.
None of them yet. I think we've got a couple now. Yeah, Michael Stewart's in the lane. So this is going to be
All
really
right.
interesting. So,
Oh, he's really mixed it up. So he's come in, I reckon, about 4 laps earlier.
yeah. So I'm just going to key up Michael, and we'll have a look.
We'll keep an eye on Hoffy and Matt van der Kram. As we know, they're extremely good, petrol savers.
Yep. So as this pack comes around, what are they doing? Are they going to... Are they going to dive in or not? This will be the interesting thing.
A little early, I think. If you want a one-pit strategy, you want to push this one as far as you can.
I think so. Well, they're all going to one pit, so they're obviously in the window where they can do it. But I think what's interesting is Mark Houghton just did a 23.5. So
One's peeled off.
yeah.
Bruce.
All right. So
Well, when you think about it, you still got another 39 laps to go, mate.
yeah, it's a long way. But if you've got trackable vision, can you do it? So, all right. So what I want to do now is I'm going to jump on Michael Stewart. So this is where Michael is, and I want to see where he comes out relative to everyone around him. So his last lap was a 2:06 was his out lap. So the boys are all starting to cycle through now.
Yeah, I'm seeing quite a few. Matt's still out there, of course. Steve Kennedy's now in second spot. Stewie Hall in third. Christian Smart up to fourth.
So here we
Darren
go.
Crosby, Rick Viger,
Let's
Andrew
have a look.
Hoffey in the seventh.
Well, let's see where they're coming out. And Michael Stewart comes out just ahead of Lorne McKee.
Yeah, in 16th spot. So they're the highest first pitters.
So Michael had a slower lane and a slower stop. So Michael lost, relative to Lorne, he lost 5 seconds in those round of pit stops. And his lap times were his last lap time was a 27.2. So nothing spectacular for Michael. So I think that's probably going to hurt him more. Here's our leader in, Matty van der Krant, coming into the lane.
Oh, so Matty's not going to milk it. Interesting. I did say lap 20, didn't I? So they are coming in.
He might be out of petrol.
Actually, Hoffy's in as well. So both the fuel misers are in.
Yep.
So I reckon 20 is your max. So those guys coming in 18 and 17, maybe they had to come in.
So
Okay,
just a
Bretton's
shot
still
you've
out
just
there.
got.
Bretton, Scotty Weston's still out there.
So you got Matty van der Krant here. You can see him still in the lane.
The Michael Stewart running quickly. Michael Stewart back to third spot with Laura Mackey in fourth.
So Michael Stewart's done it. He's done a 22.2 to take the fastest lap. And Matty van der Krant has had a, I don't want to say a shocker, but there he is. So Matty van der Krant from the lead, from a comfortable lead, has come out in on the road P5, but effective P3 right now.
But his tyres are going to be 3 or 4 laps.
But is he going to be able to pass Ed?
Yeah, and also with 30, what have we got now? 37 laps to go.
So here's
It's
Michael
a long
Stewart.
race.
So Michael Stewart pitted a couple laps
What
earlier.
lap? Yeah, it was a bit, wasn't it?
And you got Matt van der Krant, who did have a 2-second lead before this round of pit stops. Is now running about 4 seconds behind.
Look at Brenton O'Brien still out there. Scotty Weston on lap 21.
So there you go. So I'm just going to check out these pit stop times. So Matty van der Krant had a very slow pit lane.
Brenton's in, and I'd say Scotty. Yeah, Brenton and Scotty are in. So Michael Stewart straight back to... Yeah.
So
look at that.
So this is really interesting. So Michael Stewart fitted 3 laps earlier than
Undercut.
Brenton. So go for that classic undercut. His lane time was a 54 compared to 45 to a 59 for Matt. So I reckon Matt's had a penalty coming in because his pit lane time was almost 12. It was more. It was actually it was 14 seconds longer. So I wonder if he's had a 10-second penalty on the entry. His box time was also longer. His box time was a 38 seconds, same as opposed to a 22 seconds for the guys in front. So Matt's definitely had a really slow pit stop, and I don't know. I'm guessing that was penalty related.
10 seconds? I thought they usually hit you with 40 if you're speeding in the pits or
don't know.
Something like.
Not sure.
It could have been the slow. It's not the slow down lap or the.
Yeah, not sure. So anyway, we're going to have a look at this. This is Joseph Renshaw on lap 21, so a lap ago.
Oh yeah, there's that dirt on the outside. You just cannot touch it.
Having another wobble. All right, so let's go down and have a look mid-pack and go live again.
I'd love to see a gains lost list too when you're ready.
I can do that, no problem.
Because they pretty much looks like everyone's pitted. So
Scott McKenzie up 12.
Look at the Faz go.
And no, it's still So Scott McKenzie, Faz up 10.
Everyone's pitted. Yep. Just checked. Everyone's pitted.
Yeah, everyone has pitted.
Rick done really well to get up at the pointy end. So what's Rick in 10th spot now? So that's a good hard 5 positions.
Yep.
Brent O'Brien was one of the last pitters, and he's up 5. And he's now in 14th spot. So isn't it funny? You talk about the undercut. Brenton stayed out late, and he's obviously done.
I can hear someone driving across the infields.
Christian Smart. So yeah, it's not a huge lot. Ooh, that one not.
And this is who's running slow.
No, I'm watching 2 screens, and one went from one to the other, and I went, "Oh, he's not going to take the corner." And then I went, "Oh, it's 2 different screens." There,
so that was Mark.
So Mark's had enough.
Had some issue. No, he's running slow, so he's obviously got some issue with the car. As he's bringing it in the pit lane.
He doesn't need to pit, that's for sure. Maybe he's missed that corner.
Yeah, so there's something going on, unfortunately, for him. All right. Let's take a look up and down the field. So, Michael Stewart now currently leading for Lorne McKee, ahead of Matty Vanderkran.
8 tenths.
Yep. Then you got Steve Kennedy and Christian Stewart Smart.
Hey, just quickly, Bruce.
Yeah.
15 seconds back to Matty Vanderkram, Michael Stewart.
Yeah, so there you go. That's
massive.
And that's all in the lane. So that's not necessarily race strategy. That was all time that Matty lost in the rain. In the lane. And that's the first time he's had issues in the pit lane this series. So
then why did Steve Kennedy 17 seconds behind him? Like they both had an issue?
Oh, no, actually, you're right. Steve Kennedy had a 59-second lane time as well.
Remember we had that top 10 where they're all bumper to bumper? Now, if you have a look, they're still sort of, they're a bit spread over now.
Okay, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Our P1 and P2 both have lane times that are significantly, like 10 seconds shorter than those around them. So, Ed, do you want to go back if you've got iRacing up? Do you want to go back and have a look and let me know if those boys did a bit of an off-track entry into pit lane?
So are we talking lap? What was Michael's lap?
It was 6 laps ago. So we're currently lap 25. So it would have been lap 19 for Michael. We'll set our pit reporter off having a look at that.
Right, I'm just watching him exit it, so I'm fast forwarding backwards.
So it's the entry is what we're interested in.
Oh, there was something in the sup prep, wasn't there?
Yep, there's a significant amount of time to be gained if you cut on the entry.
Just watching.
But it's also been poo-pooed in the subregs.
Watching. No, it's all legit to me. No, it's a legit entry on my behalf.
Interesting. So I've got to work out where has he found 45 seconds in the lane? Where has he found 10 seconds in the lane? So I have to go back and look at that.
Is that maybe a 2-pit strategy, Bruce?
No, but that's lane time, not box time. So, oh, hang on, is it? Or does the lane time carry both? If it is, has he underfueled? Those boys may have underfueled significantly. So that both those guys, that's what it will be actually.
So 2-pit strategy.
So they put a 24.6 and a 22.8 litres in. So, oh, that's bold.
Yeah, they're banking on a safety.
All right. High risk stakes from the boys out in front. So at least we know what's going on. Thanks for doing that investigation, Ed.
Yeah, no, and thanks for bringing it up.
So here we are down in P25, 26, 27. So this is Rob Baxter, Darryl Callahan, ahead of Richard Barella. Currently on board with Darryl Callahan.
Because at last Thursday's race, as you know, in practice, some of the boys were doing 30-plus laps.
Yep.
On a set of tyres, but, you know, can they do it here at Winton?
Yeah,
it's going to really push the tyres. Will they, you know, some of the wear on some of the guys' tyres were getting quite... Oh, geez, that's close.
Yeah, he's having a look. He's having a think about it.
The better Baxter, under the pump.
So Darryl's definitely been quicker the last couple of laps, but just as the great Murray Walker used to say, catching is one thing, passing is another.
Yes. Oh, what? Laurie Mackie is not leaving Michaels behind. So these two, we haven't got just one person on this strategy. We've got 2 drivers. And good on them for having a crack at something different, eh? It's going to be very interesting to see this unfold. Because they've got a 17-second lead over the 3rd spot.
So I think while we missed a bit of a pass there, I think oh no, we haven't. So that's Rob behind, but.
So they're back to their race lap averages from, especially the top 10 I'm looking at here, guys. Anywhere from, 23 1s up to 23 5s.
Jeff Sanford's joined the back of this train.
Good little battle. Brent Brian's just...
Oh. Bit of a spin in front. This is Peter Morris. Locking the brake and going straight ahead.
Yeah, lock up. So, where you're going to be looking after your tyres.
Yep. And he's not the only one.
It's also very tricky.
What's going on there? Why is he...
He's trying to regain.
Yeah, he's trying not to bring stuff on, which is good.
But he's also trying not to.
Bring shit on the track.
It looks easy to drive it back on pace, but because it's hilly, your car can get... You could very easily get bumped and spin back on the track and take guys out.
So he's not the only one that's had an issue. This is...
It looks like he's... Has he just pitted too?
So this is AJ.
Oh, what's AJ done? Oh, he's copped the sand.
And looks like Peter Morris.
Race control 007.
Oh, what's happened to...
Go ahead, 007. Can you have a look at like 27, thanks? That's a booby.
That was at that pack we were watching earlier on where they'll notice the tail.
Yep. So this battle continuing.
Yeah.
Where am I? I'm Peter Morris now. I want to go
Yeah,
to...
that was the one he went off at turn 1, remember?
This is that battle we're talking about. So while Peter Morris is in the pits getting the damage fixed...
Oh. Yeah, jeez.
Well, that's doing it. Let's have a look and see how...
Well, we've just got these two going, look like side by side. Here we go. Oh, no. Done. Whoop, whoop. Jeez, that's close racing. Look at them piling up behind too, Bruce.
Yep.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Oh,
racing.
no, he's had a tank slapper. Oh!
He's kept it. How did he hold that?
It's very impressive.
And not lose. Well, he lost. He did all that hard work to get past him.
And he lost one spot. At least he only lost one spot. It's just when I've been doing those things, I've had more than one spot. So here's our current championship standings, Ed. So it's all static at the top with Matt Vanderkraan, Steve Kenny and Roy Clark. Dean Flavel's up 1, going from 54th, and Wayne Reynolds dropped 1. So that's... but our big mover, though, Michael Stewart up 5, and Lorne McKee up those 9 spots. So let's see if that is going to stay there.
So as you can see, Matt's race is with the guy that's following him, which is only half a second behind him, by the way.
Yeah.
So Matt's really just got to cover off Steve, which he isn't. Just have a quick look, see how the boys are going. Yeah, I think he's right behind him. Yeah, Steve's got him in his sights the whole race, and as we saw in practice, Steve's very quick around this track.
So on board with Jeff Sanford as he puts the attack on.
Yeah, they're slow last lap for some reason.
Yep, they were. So lap 31. So our laps.
Are we at the halfway mark? Oh yeah, well and truly.
Yeah,
well.
So,
but
not really and truly, we've just passed the halfway mark.
Yeah, I was going to say there's still a lot of racing to be done.
Yep. Just catching up with the chat that's going on.
Yeah, I just had a little look there. Thanks, Damo.
Yeah.
Damo, did I hear rain? No, you didn't. That's just sprinkles on your tin roof, mate.
Let's just have a look, Ed. We can look at that and let's see what's our weather looking like. It's looking partly cloudy, so unsurprisingly 22 degrees, air temp, track temp 18 degrees, sun, no humidity, and 2 km/h winds. If I didn't know better, I'd say that was vet static rain conditions.
I'd say some of the drivers would have quite a bit of rain coming in, perspiration coming off, because this is a very difficult track to follow each other behind.
Yeah. All right.
Concentration level here would be very cool.
So let's go up and down. We are still having rain, Lester. It's just coming later. Okay, let's go up and have a look at our battles up and down the field. So P1 and P2, this is Lorne McKee over the back of Michael Stewart that are coming into this lap traffic. So Matty Vanderkraan is 16 seconds further back.
So that gap hasn't changed much.
No, it hasn't. So let me just
if anything, maybe half a second encroach. But look at Steve's right with him. So, you know, they're the two battles that's the most interesting for the race and the championship.
Yeah. So what I'm going to see if I can make this work. And I am just going to see if I can put on... Where is our...
Battle
the
for
current
third.
leader, and Michael Stewart. And let's see if this will actually work.
Incident involving car 007 and 606 at lap 27 at turn 9. If car 606 can redress position with 007.
Oh, there we
So
go.
again, 606, redress position, 007.
So car 606, which is Daryl Callahan,
Carroll, yeah, and Rob Baxter.
has been asked to give that position back. So let's go aboard and watch that.
Because they've been hammer and tong now for quite a few races.
Yep. So the reason why I got this track map up, Ed, is this is the gap between our leader, Michael Stewart, and current P3, Matt Vanderkrant. So that, I don't know about you, but that gap does not look big enough to...
For a pit stop?
For a
No.
pit stop.
But, like I said, long way to go on the certified. But really, I mean, I'm looking at the average lap times, even Matt, he's sitting around that, he's pushed out to the mid. There quite a few of them were pushed out to the mid-23s now on their last lap.
Yep.
Yes, getting a new set of boots. But, gee, yeah.
It's going to hurt. Hey, so 606 has to redress to 007. So that's going to be... Here's Rob Baxter. And Daryl Callahan's is going to have to... He already had to drop 2 spots. Oh, no, it's the leaders coming through.
I think they've already swapped over.
No, they haven't.
The time he was on?
No, so Daryl has to give that spot back to the car behind him.
So we obviously didn't see the incident, because that incident we looked at, Daryl was behind Rob.
Yeah, so obviously it was just, they were just punching on for a while, and then Daryl's got past. Here we go. So he's letting Rob up the thing, and of course...
Someone else is trying to get in on it.
He's trying to stop the car behind from taking advantage.
Yeah, this is going to be tough.
Yep.
Who is the car behind?
The car behind is Richard Barella.
Oh, Rich, yeah, he won't need no. Rich will be all over that.
Doesn't need a written invitation. So this is
no.
Stewie Hall and Andrew Hoffman. And Brett O'Brien. So these guys are the P12, 13 and 14.
Yeah. Well, they're all lining up behind Matt. I'm just having a look at the lap times. There's 3 or 4 of them there.
Oh, I hear it.
What are you hearing?
I thought I heard a spinner. I can see some smoke. So someone's had a bit of a lose.
Garrett.
Yeah, here we go. Oh no, I thought I saw a car in the lane, but okay, let's go down. I can see another train forming that we were looking at before. So this is that.
Yeah, has Rob gone past?
Baxter.
Or did he have?
Yeah, he has.
Okay.
This is that battle pack.
Yeah, they've been going. Really, is that mid? Yeah, that mid-20 every week.
Yep.
Seems to be.
Let's have a look again already.
Whoa.
This is the view from inside.
Oh, I tell you what, look how close it is.
Yeah, it's just nuts.
They're so comfortable and just, someone's got a wide off. Oh, he got a bit of, it's all happening.
Yeah, race control 007.
Got a push then, or if that was just, looked like...
Lap door at 34, can you have a look at that, please?
Let's go back and have a look again.
Yeah, it just looked like he spun it coming off there, but...
And that's really hurt Rob, so we're just going to jump back.
Okay, so Rob's jumped into the pits.
We're just going to jump back and have a look. This is the replay. So Rob's got it nice and tight. He just gets a helping hand on exit.
It must have been slight, Bruce.
Yep.
But your machine's a bit jerky at the moment, so...
There was nothing in it, so... And there's Rob in the pits.
Yeah, I wonder why he did it.
he might have had damage because the new damage model. There's another battle that we're missing out on, and that's this one. So we're currently on board with John Van Ree, who is right behind. So this is the battle of the broadcasters.
Yeah.
So this is Split 4 versus Split 3 Broadcasters Challenge.
I love it.
Who's going to win this one? So these boys, I've been keeping an eye on this battle out of the corner of my eye. They've been at this for a while. Meanwhile, I think Will Munro may have had a bit of an issue.
Yeah, Will's down a bit further than I think he qualified.
No, he hasn't.
Will qualify. Will qualified in 30th spot. Oh, no. So he's actually up one spot.
So this is Jeff Thomas and Darren Crosby going at it.
Right, what lap we got? Lap 36. Oof. Still 22 laps to go.
Yep.
Will the tyres last?
Time to go grab another beer. For those that
Will the tyres last? I mean, what's their lap times at the moment? Okay, so let's go from 10 down. Yeah, 10 down. They're all in the 24s now. So, you know, so it's really starting to take the pinch.
Yep.
Quick, guys. Michael Stewart's just last lap at 23, 26, so he's still in that. But, yeah, a significant...
Incident involving car 007
Smart.
car 606 at lap 34. Turn 10 will be a post-race penalty.
So, yeah, their lap times are really coming off at the moment.
So that's our post-race penalty, which is going to mean nothing. As this is the final round.
If you lose championship points, it might.
Yeah, Scott McKenzie all over the back of Craig Healy.
How is Craig going? Oh, yeah, he's in 20. What about the other Mr. Clean? How's he going? Wade.
So that was Darryl Callahan. So let's just have a quick look, because I can look at so Darryl Callahan. So Darryl Callahan currently in P17 is up one spot. So that 5-point penalty will drop him from 17 to about P9. And on screen right there, Scott McKenzie and Craig Healy coming together. Let's just quickly go back and watch that again.
That was a good save. Just quietly. Remember I said to you the different techniques of guys rolling in faster to the guys rolling off earlier and braking to the apex? And there was a great example of it. You know, the problem with the following too closely, you've still got to work out the guy that you're following, which corners you're fast and slower at, and try to avoid. They did very well, so I might not make that look twice as bad as it could have.
I must admit, I'm not race controller, so and I'm allowed to have opinions on this one, Pato. I agree with you. That penalty is a bit silly with the last race of the season and a second offence on the same person. I would have given him a drive-through personally. So, in our battle of the broadcasters, John Van Ree has absolutely bolted away from Andrew Johnston. So, split 4 currently showing the way. However, speaking of battles, this is the remainder of that battle. So, Darryl Callahan, Richard Brella, and Jeff Sandford.
Laurel Mackey's.
Guess what we have?
Yeah, Laurel Mackey in the pits.
We do.
At the moment, he's holding on to 14th. So that means Michael Stewart can't be too far behind.
Nope. So
maybe Lauren went in early for the undercut.
Went in for the undercut, rolling the dice on a safety car.
Trying to get past Michael. All right, Mike's in by the looks.
Yep.
Is he?
And here we go. So here's our... This is the whole reason why I've got this track map up, and we're going to see very quickly this gentleman is coming through as Matty Vanderkraan takes over the lead.
And he's still got Steve Kennedy as a shadow.
052 race control.
Go ahead, 053.
Lap 39.
So there we go.
So at the moment, I've got Mike in
Mark Hart.
Did the redress there? Race control?
7th.
Mark Houghton's in again.
Race control is a blue flag.
Doesn't matter.
Shouldn't even be fighting.
It doesn't matter, mate. He's still coming.
Yeah, we'll sort it out, guys.
Okay, where did Laurie come? Okay, Lauren come back in at 13. Michael Stewart, interesting, back out in 11th.
All right, so there's been a bit of there's a battle going on here. John Van Rees pitting again as well. So a few of these boys going for this two-stop strategy. Oh,
Well, it would have looked a
minute.
long.
So
All
here's
right,
the question. Here's the question, Ed.
Right.
What are the regs?
Yeah, I didn't know about the 70% fill. But I worked out, even if you did come in around that lap 20, you needed 83. I'm pretty sure that's a lot less than 70% of
I'm just
of
going
full.
to the announcements and have a look.
Find them earlier.
So I'm looking at Discord. Is the over 50s the same sub-regs? Yes, except for the 1 CPS. So it's definitely only 1 CPS. They haven't... there's an explicit override for this series from the sub-regs. Now, what I wanted to have a look at quickly was this crash on lap 39. This is Dave Galley.
What? Wheels on the grass?
Oh, he's just gone off. He's just gone off track to let the boys pass,
Oh, maybe he's
which is the nice thing to do. So, out in front, Matt Vanderkraan now has a 6 tenths of a second lead over Stephen Kennedy and Christian Smart.
He's got a second over, and then 5 seconds back to Dean Vervelde.
Yep.
And 18 seconds back to Michael Stewart. And where did and Lauren didn't go as well as Michael. Lauren back there in 28 seconds behind.
Yeah.
So
All right, so let's have a look at our championship. So at the moment, it's all still status quo.
yeah,
Matt Vanderkraan, Steve Kennedy, currently in P1, P2. So if they finish like this, that won't change anything. But speaking of changing, here's Law McCoy battling hard with Brenton O'Brien, and the boys coming together.
oh
Wow.
As Michael Stewart does the fastest lap. So here's his new tyre advantage. There's Roy Clark.
what do you want? What do you get? Mike 22.069. That's fast.
Yeah. So Scotty Weston's jumping in the pits. So back up front again. So this is our battle for the lead with
Race control, car 273.
Lauren,
Go ahead, car 273.
Lauren's just called one in.
Can you have a look at the last corner on lap 41?
yeah. So let's go back and have a look at that.
And the build up to that incident. Thanks, race control.
So here he goes in. So the boys go in side by side. So there's plenty of overlap, plenty of room.
Acknowledged.
Yeah. And just yeah. Unless you have different camera angles, Bruce, it's a bit hard to call that one.
Well, luckily I do have different camera angles, and I don't want to do a full race control on this. But what I will
No. But
is
it's
let's just have a quick look. Just
is that Lauren? Is that Lauren? Are we looking at there?
Yep, this is Lauren. So
Yeah.
Let's take this back and have a
No,
look.
he's got newer tyres, don't forget.
Yeah. So I think, we'll let Race Control look at that one. But bit of a racing incident, I think. The guys are side by side, so I'd probably be thinking around the lines of a racing incident, but we'll have a look. Meanwhile, Jeff Thomas, Dean Flavel going at it.
Yeah, well, that's for 4th position, so...
Yep. And this is going to be interesting. So this is Stewie Hall with fresh tyres coming back from that late pit stop ahead of with Andrew Hoffman and Chris Blanchard ahead of him.
Stewie has only done the one pit stop, Bruce.
Stewie?
You're thinking of Michael Stewart.
Yeah, okay. There's a Stewart there somewhere.
I was going to say, I don't remember Hawley going in.
Yeah.
But, gee, they're close, after 44 laps.
No, they are. There's no
they were that top
Incident
lot.
involving cars 052 and 007 and lap 39 at turn 8. Failure to hear the blue flags will be a post-race license.
Oh, yeah, blue flag.
Post-race license points, unfortunately, that doesn't really mean anything because this is second for the other series and doesn't carry over. So
it doesn't carry over.
Yeah. So that was a freebie, essentially. All right, so let's go back up the front, have a look and see what's going on. So Matty Vanderkrant.
Oh, that gap's shortened.
Completely under pressure. This is Audi's gearbox. This is out the gearbox of Steve Kennedy.
Steve likes this truck, I can tell.
He's got Christian Smart all over the back of him in those awesome looking fishy cars. There's Richard Brella that's gone in pit lane.
Okay, so Richard, that'd be... Actually, we've got some... Yeah, so let's look at our 2 pitters. Michael Stewart, which is sitting in 7th spot.
So here's my... I'll jump down. So here's Michael Stewart, P7.
Yeah. And then we have Laurel Mackey in 16th. So he really... Why isn't he P8? That's what I want to know.
Well, he was involved in that incident with...
yeah, but he was...
Brendan O'Brien, so
but Brendan O'Brien's only 12th.
No, but he got spun. So
yeah, I know, but Brendan O'Brien's 12th. So, I mean, I want to know why Lauren isn't behind Michael, who's in 7. He should be 8th spot.
He should be, but I think
they're only half a second apart on the track when they pitted.
But I think Brenton drove away from that incident and Lorne didn't.
Oh no, I know that's after the fact.
Oh, you're talking about when they came out. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Why was this gap?
Yeah,
and
I think traffic and timing, to be honest. Just
quite possibly. And then, funny enough, remember Mark Horton come in early?
Yep, and he's right behind.
And he's had 2 pit stops, so someone else come in early too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Was that Richard's out? Rob's had 2. Andrew Johnstone and Dean Fenn. So not a lot of guys have gone the 2 pit strategy.
Sorry, Darren, I'm not sure you saw me.
So, but anyway, Matty's in control. He's kept the champion. Well, that's come down again. It's 3/10 now.
Yep. So,
but it's still not going to be enough for him to take the championship away from him.
So Dave Galley's had an incident. So let's have a look and see.
Dave's really picked up his racing again. I think he just gone a little bit right there.
He's just getting out of the way of the leaders.
Oh, okay, yeah. The lap cars, what are we looking at? From 26 down are being lapped, so no safety car.
No.
So, I haven't seen the need for one, to be honest, so it's not like we said, that could have been... I don't think anyone's been towed.
All right, so let's look at our battle packs. So we've got this battle for the lead, which we're definitely going to come back to and watch to the flag. Then we've got Jeff Thomas and Dean Flavell a little bit further back behind that pack. Then we've got the Stuart Hall, Andrew Hoffman, Chris Blanchard battle. Zippy Zeal out lonely by himself.
We should have a chat with him.
There's another incident here going on for, I think it might have been Lawn, but no, they're continuing. I think it might have been Mr. Galley out.
There was a car on the inside.
It was. I think it was Mr. Galley in the middle, I think.
Trying to get out of people's way. Yeah.
So you got this battle here, which is Andrew Listener, Scott McKenzie with Craig Healy all over the back. And you got Scotty Weston all over the back of Darryl Callahan. With Jeff Sanford just a couple of seconds behind. And that's about it.
Yeah.
So our last runner on the road is this gentleman, John Van Ree. So he's not having a great run. And Andrew Johnston is winning. So the status quo of the broadcasters has been restored with split 3 ahead of split 4. All right, let's go back to the pointy end. I think we're going to hang around here for a little bit as we watch them make their way through.
How many laps have we got, Bruce? 48?
We've
got 10 more to go.
Yeah, just running over 10. So 10 minutes of this roughly left run. No, I should put it closer to 15. And the question is there anything these boys can do to get past each other? Have they saved tyres? Have they not?
I'm just having a look at the last lap.
This
lap
battle
time
down here. Scotty Weston and Callahan.
Just Matty's last lap was a mid 23, and Steve Kennedy's was a 23.67. So Christian, who's been quite quick and consistent, a 23.63. How far is he behind? Geez, I tell you what, Christian Smart's there if something, was to go just slightly wrong. He's under a second behind Matt Vanderkrant, so he's had a very good, solid one.
So this is Scotty Weston throwing everything he can to try and get past Darryl. I just want to have a look and see. What are we talking about? Can I see?
One of the guys taking that second last corner so good.
Yeah. And he's our lead pack just behind. So these guys are just about to go a lap down.
And what position are they in? 23 and 24. Oh, that's incredible when you think about it.
Yeah.
I know it's a short track. So what were their last... so they're in the...
25 sixes.
Mid-25s.
23s.
So they're 2 seconds a lap quicker at this stage.
Let's take a look and see what this is going to look like from Matty's view. So they're battling ahead. So...
And close.
I wonder how this is going to affect. So...
Well, look at the gap there.
Is this going to really affect this battle? Are these boys going to use it as an excuse to get past each other? Or...
Wow, look how close they are. 1, 2, and 3.
More importantly, is Stephen Kennedy going to use it as an excuse to get past?
Yeah, to get...
Good question, Dave. If I bring up the championship standings, it's all pretty tight as they stay at the moment. Yep, the guys get out of the way.
Ray got out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other guy didn't.
Involving car 273 and car 26 on lap 41 between turn 11 and turn 12. Themed as a racing incident, no further action.
Yeah. So that's your top 25 in the championship, Dave. Not much movement at the top. In fact, the only movement it really is Dean and Wade swapping positions. But a lot of movement down the back.
Look at Roy hanging on the third spot.
Yep.
Being another solid drive in at 17. Just nice and consistent, Roy.
Although, Roy's currently in danger of losing that third spot. So, Dean Flavell, currently in P5. Roy Clark is out of the road. He's out of the road by himself, but it's 2 points per position.
Yeah, but wouldn't that show us this is an automatic update?
Yeah, so this is a live update. So my point that I'm making is,
you wouldn't.
if Roy drops one position down behind Andrew Listener,
or Dean goes up one,
then we'll see a change for that P3, P4. So,
well, at the moment, Dean's nearly 2 seconds behind.
Now, Roy's currently quite comfortable. So Roy's fighting Mark Houghton ahead and Andrew Listener behind. So Mark Houghton is 8 seconds up the road. Andrew Listener is 4 seconds behind. So he's not feeling under any pressure at the moment, but that is definitely at play.
The pressure's there. I mean, a mistake is a mistake.
Yeah, the person that is potentially going to feel the pressure, though, is Dean Flavell. He's got Darren Crosby all over the back. Darren's got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Whereas Dean is trying to, if he goes one step higher, he will grow on a P3 overall for the race. So that's the battle to keep an eye on. Speaking of battles, Andrew Lister and Law McKay.
Isn't it funny, the two, Darren Crosby's an M1 driver, and so is Steve Kennedy, and they're both chasing the guy in front. So,
yep.
So we'll keep an eye on Roy too. So, but like you said, he's got a comfortable gap. He's just got to keep doing what he's doing.
Yep.
Split one. Where's our first split 3 driver? Wade Reynolds in 15th spot. Okay. Then he's got Mark Horton.
Mark Dials in the lane again.
Where's
meanwhile out front,
we're missing. You go to 16th, and then it goes to. Oh, there's Roy in 17th.
Yep.
So Wade Reynolds, the lead split 3 driver. Who we got the split 2? Rick Viger, the lead split 2 driver, and split 4 we got Darren Free in 36th spot. Have we? Yeah.
So Mark Houghton's got past Wade Reynolds. So
did he?
He's continuing to move forward.
No, he did have that second pit stop, so maybe his tyres. Wow, look at that. He's nearly catching Lauren Mackey. That's 3 seconds off him.
Yep.
So Mark's had a real large. Obviously, now then, when we look at it, he had the second pit strategy as well. But he's come in earlier. He didn't take the shorter pit stop. He opted to come in earlier.
So there's nothing in it up front.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Steve Kennedy, a couple of tenths faster than Matty Vanderkreen, as you can see in the timing. But it'll be that piece of string moving and shaking.
Yeah. Getting very tight behind Dean. Because Michael Stewart, I think he wants another spot. So he's putting quite a bit of pressure on Darren Crosby at the moment.
Yep, another little battle pack.
23.8. So, okay, Michael can't stretch his legs at the moment. That's why. Where Dean Vavell did a 24. He's in the 24s, low 24s, but definitely, they're banking up behind him. I'm watching that battle live.
So this is Chris Blanchard, a little train behind him with Hoffy, Stewie Hall, Brenton O'Brien.
That's good. Hoffy contains another good run.
Yep.
And this is the problem with Michael. Obviously, his tyres are going to be in much better condition than the guys in front. But just for geez, tap and run. He tried the tap and run, but it didn't work. To let him know I want to get past.
Yep. Well, it did work, didn't it? Because Zippy was ahead.
No, I'm watching Michael Stewart and
Now I'm watching this battle between Lord McKee
and Darren Crosby and Dean Vervelle.
Yeah. All right, let's get back up the front and watch that happen. So, Steve Kennedy,
Because
all
Michael
over the
wants
back.
to get past. Yeah, well, he's been there for the whole race.
Yeah, he
I
has.
mean, he's just been his shadow. But you know what I love about Matt? Matt will drive as fast as he has to, and he's not going to, do anything silly. He's just going to keep it clean, hit his spots. Because their tyres are old. How old? Old. Peter Latham old.
So 21. So, I'm guessing Stephen Kennedy is getting pretty sick of seeing the back of that. Oh, we've had a change of position.
Oh, where?
Stewie Hall's managed to find his way
Oh, he
past,
did get past?
past Brenton O'Brien. Let's just quickly jump back and see if we can catch that on a replay. There he is, setting up the inside.
Ooh. Get out of the way, Tree.
Yeah.
Oh, he pulled it off.
Yep.
Good move there.
Going back out the front. Matty Vanderkrans managed to eke out a half-second gap.
What lap we got? We got 5.
Yep.
Okay, 3 to go. And Stewie can't get past these guys in front of him, so he's definitely had the stronger car at the finish, but being 13 seconds. What was that, about 17, 18 at one stage from the leaders?
Yep.
So yeah, if things went a bit better, Stewie would have had a strong car to maybe come back and have a crack, but as we know with Gen 3, they're very difficult to overtake people.
Yep. They certainly are. .55, so these boys are about to come around for another one.
All right, so the last lap was 23.6, 23.6. Okay, so they're matching lap times. Oh, here we go, 23.1, 23.1. So they both went half a second quicker that last lap. That's the leader and the guy in second spot.
Yeah. So they've obviously got a clear run with no traffic.
Well, I don't think it's that. We're looking at 2 more laps to go. And Matty's, so, all right, let's go.
Yep. There's no prizes for...
Yeah.
Excuse me. How much fuel? How much tyre did you have left on the... How much rubber do you have left on the tyres? A little bit of a slide there for Stephen Kennedy as he tries to get it in.
Jeez, he really pulled him in a lot.
That's him working for Christian Smart. So Christian's been having a great run.
Oh, mate, he's just been solid the whole night.
Meanwhile,
I was looking at his...
down the back. There's a bit of a replay going on here. So this is Bruce Galloway having a bit of a...
Oh, well, he's all over the shop. Stop. Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Oh, no, he kept it going. Good driving.
Yep. So...
Not good driving into the corner. Good recovery drive on the exit of the corner.
So Matty Vanderkrans going, thank you, but no.
669 race control.
So, last lap was...
You go ahead, 669.
Oh, they come back a
Yeah,
little
lap 56.
bit.
Let's go and jump and have a look at what happened here.
23.3 for Matty and a 23.867.
This
So,
is Crip Blanchard getting a bit of a help me around.
oh, ouch. Oh, Mike's trying everything. Michael Stewart trying to get into that, past these guys, but he just...
So that's what we were hearing on the radio. All right, let's have a quick look.
Matty will need to sit down and rest after this race.
He will. So, as we stand, with this being the penultimate lap, Roy Clark is holding on with 1 point.
Yeah.
Ahead of our fourth place driver, ahead of Dean Flavel, who's fifth on the place on the road.
Roy's made a bit of time up to Wade, so
it's got his 2
seconds. 2 seconds.
All
right, last lap.
White flag is out.
Look at Christian sit. That's after 57 laps, guys. That's the top 3. That's how much they're separated by. Yep. Incredible. Incredible. And I'm watching 5, 6, and 7. And you can throw a blanket over the top of those guys.
Yep. Where'd they go? Here they come.
No time for a breather just yet. No champagne just yet. Three-day curbing there.
Yep. Here he comes, Matty van der Kraan. He's really dominated this series. All the boys may not have been here, but he hasn't let that stop him as Matt van der Kraan.
It's involving car 669 and car 51 on lap 56. Post race.
There's mute chat. There it is. Comes down across the line and
not yet, Bruce.
No,
not yet.
There we go. Matty van der Kraan
there we go.
Takes the win and the title of the V8 Vets over 50 champion. Congratulations to Matty as his fuel saves. Let's watch the rest of the boys come across. So Matty van der Kraan finished in P1, Stephen Kennedy finished in P2, Kristen Smart, Jeff Thomas, Dean Flavel, Darren Crosby, Michael Stewart, then Rick Vigar, Stewie Hall, come across now, Brenton O'Brien, Andrew Hoffman. Don't know what's going on there. One of the back markers. This is Mark Houghton coming across, Lord Mackay. But it's all about this guy who's pulled off and stopped, which is Matty van der Kraan, our race winner for V8 veterans over 50s. And let's just see if we have in our chat room. Not yet. No, there's no one there yet. So they may not even come into the green room. But congratulations to all as we see, have they all come across the line? Still got a couple yet to run, but I think we're pretty close. So let's see how they finished up for both the race and the championship. So for our race, here's our results. Matt van der Kraan from Stephen Kennedy, Kristen Smart, Jeff Thomas, Dean Flavel, Darren Crosby, Michael Stewart. That two-stop strategy really not working out, but still a great run to finish in P7. Rick Vigar, Stewie Hall, Brenton O'Brien. On the next page, Andrew Hoffman, good run for him to finish in P11. Mark Houghton, a great run for him to finish in P12.
He come back. Really come back.
Law McKee, the other out two stoppers for P13. Adrian Zeal for Team AJR, flying the flag in P14. Chris Blanchard, Roy Clark finishing P16. Scott McKenzie, Wade Reynolds, Craig Healy, Andrew Listener. Simon Farrington, P21 from Galloway, Callahan, Weston, Jeff Sanford, Will Munro, Derek Lovegrove, Richard Brella, Rob Baxter, Andrew Johnston, Dave Galley, Darren Friend, Joseph Granshaw, Darren Free, John Van Ree, finishing 2 laps down, Mark Doyle, unfortunately finishing 10 laps down, Peter Morris having the worst day of anyone, finishing in lap 37. So let's have a look at the championship standings.
Great job, race control.
And let's just see. I think that is our final results there, Eds, with Matty van der Kraan. Matty van der Kraan taking the championship win from Steve Kennedy, and in the end it was 3 points between Roy Clark finishing ahead of Dean Flavell for that third spot of the championship. Wayne Reynolds, Andrew Hoffman finishing P6. Zippy Zeal, a great runner, finished P7. Rick Vigar, Mark Houghton, and Christopher Blanchard finishing, rounding out the top 5 for WKNP. And I'll just take a screenshot of this.
Just to highlight there, I know I'll harp on about the split 3 boys, but to have 3 in the top 10 is pretty good.
Just shows you how the standard needs to run. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to be very rude, and I am going to
Gold rag someone up.
I'm going to move this guy. He may not want to come here, but I'm going to bring him anyway. It's our Race Hand Series champion, Mr. Matty van der Kraan. Congrats on the win and the win, Matt.
Yeah, congratulations, Matt. Awesome display again tonight, mate.
Cheers, boys. No, I was just on my way in. I just had to go and empty my tank. Yeah, mate, what a battle that was. Jeez. Steve and Christian behind me. Wow.
Mate, Steve never left your shadow from sort of lap 1. It was incredible.
I was sort of comfy with it early on, thinking that's cool because I knew I had to save tyres. I had to save fuel. I'm thinking that's okay. He's burning up his tyres and using too much fuel. I'll drive away from him.
Yep.
No. And I kept my eye on Christian. Christian just had a super night and just kept his cool. One good clear thing with the 3 of yous. Yous just had a very patient, cool head the whole night, and it paid dividends.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw Christian in there behind Steve. I was hoping that he'd be filling up his mirrors and keeping Steve occupied, but nothing seemed to bother either of them. It was, I'll tell you what, boys, 58 laps around there without a break. Woo!
And the back markers come into play. I mean, I think from about 25 down, you're into the back markers. So
yeah, look, predominantly hats off to the back markers though. They did a great job in moving when they could. So a huge thanks to them.
When you saw Mike's Stewart's pit strategy, did that have you sort of what's going on, what's happening sort of thing?
No, I went woohoo.
It took us a little while to work it out because we were trying to work out how was their pit line so much quicker. Had they taken a sneaky off track, which has been kicked out by the sub regs, by the way? Was that going to be the strat that they used? But no, it was they were trying the 2-stop. Interesting to watch. So Mark Houghton also had a great run doing that same strategy, finishing in P12 or thereabouts. But
and Laurel Mackey, who followed Michael Stewart in. Look, Stewie had a lot of pace towards the end there, but he come to a full stop when he got behind Darren Crosby and Dean Flavell. He just couldn't get past it. He tried and tried. So he did come home, Matt, with a head of steam, but it just
surprised.
It's tough to get around people.
I must admit, I was questioning. Like I hadn't done probably more than 3 laps on a run, so I was certainly questioning with the 38 laps how the tyres were going to go. Hence, I was cautious a little bit early. But I also knew too, if I didn't make a mistake, he's near on impossible to overtake here.
Yeah.
So I just had to keep the car on the road, without doing anything silly and frustrate the hell out of Steve.
Oh, and it's funny how you 2 guys were hitting it out for the championship. I think you still had enough in the bag, but but it was you just had a good solid finish.
Yeah, you never want. Yep, I could have let them go, but why would you?
Yeah, exactly. All right, Matty, speaking of letting you go, we will do exactly that. Go and spray some champagne and enjoy the win, and then you can turn around.
Pleasure watching you, mate. So
back it all up. Awesome. Try and back it up again on Thursday.
Oh, again. Can I just say, boys, a massive shout out to you blokes for giving up your time and your resources to put this broadcast on. It's absolutely brilliant. Obviously, always to the vets and to the guys in race control who did an absolutely brilliant job, and all the boys who raced. Congratulations to Steve and the other podium. I don't know if Roy still came home third for the championship.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so good on him. Really good fun. Well put on by the league, and a massive thanks to everyone.
No worries, buddy. Thanks, mate. And on that note, I am going to throw to some ads, and we'll run away ourselves. Thanks, buddy.
Cheers, boys.
See ya.
Racing is easy.
There we go.
But experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.